Yeah, so number 30 is Homer versus Peter. I know this is like, oh, you know what? The Raptor said it better in his video. I'll try to link it, but I don't know how. Actually, no, I won't link it. Just go look up the Raptor. Hang on. Right here. It's this video right here. Now you know. Hooray! Congratulations. Also, this is how you spell his YouTube name. I also like this fight simply because I really don't know who wins, and I can do an impression of both characters. I have a Homer action figure to go with it. I don't have the Peter one, but Jakks Pacific is kind of busy at the moment, I'd imagine. Number 29 is King K. Rool versus Blackbeard from One Piece. King K. Rool being from the Donkey Kong Country games. I really love K. Rool, and I think these two characters would be perfect for a fight if we want to get super pirate-like. Whether we're going to get Luffy in a death battle or not, I think this one would be great. Just as, like, I don't know. There's something about these two beefy pirate antagonist characters. I think it would be a really, really fun sight to see. I think seeing King K. Rool in a death battle would be like eye candy, you know? Number 28 is Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory versus Jimmy Neutron. This is, I don't have to explain myself. These are two boy genius scientist type characters with also the cartoon aspect. There might be Toon Force in this one. I don't know. I couldn't imagine, but it would be a really fun fight as well. Not sure who they'd get to voice Jimmy Neutron. That's a tough voice to do, I would imagine. Number 27 is Donald versus Daffy. Now, we're already getting a Looney Tunes episode, and I couldn't care, though. I promise Mickey versus Bugs isn't on this list, but that wouldn't be a bad fight either. But I really like this one because of how unique the characters are with their little temper tantrum. Maybe that doesn't make them unique. Maybe it does. I don't know. But both are ducks, and they get into temper tantrums. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose. Who gives a darn? Donald and Daffy, though, was a fun DBX, but I think as a death battle, it'd be great. Maybe for the Louise episode, maybe not. I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't care. I really love this matchup. And like with Jimmy Neutron, actually, no, Liam can do I think that was Liam who can do a good Donald impression. So yeah, there you go. Bada boom. Number 26 is Yang Xiaolong from RWBY versus Katsuki Bakugo from My Hero Academia. This is probably my most wanted for both. And of course, they both have good alts as well, like Yang versus Tifa 2, Yang versus Leon, even. Bakugo probably has better alts, though, like Shinra or Squidward. But I really like this one because I love both series. Yes, I love RWBY. Don't get mad. I don't care. But Yang versus Bakugo, I think, would be really fun to watch. Even if I like Yang more, but Bakugo wins, I still think it would be a really fun, explosive type of fight. The DBX was whatever, and so was the 1 minute melee, but I really want to see how they would actually tackle Yang versus Bakugo if they were to do it right, which I'm hoping they would. Kowalski, Perry versus Skipper made it to number 25. The Skipper impression used to be better, but I'm sick. Whatever. But yeah, Perry, the platypus from Phineas and Ferb versus Skipper from Madagascar, I think would be a fun one. Maybe I love cartoons a lot. Maybe I'm a child at heart. Who cares? But both of these agents with beaks would be really fun to see what would happen and who would win and how they would get out of a fight to the death situation. I think it would be very fun to see the kind of humor they would bring to the episode. I like the funny birdie. Number 24 is Minecraft Steve versus Emmett Burkowski from the Lego Movie. Say what you want about the Lego Movie too. You're probably right. But I love this matchup because I never cared about Terraria. So this was the best I have. For real though, I did like the first Lego Movie and I love Minecraft as a whole. But yeah, this one would be a fun one. Emmett probably wins because he's got a lot more strategy, and Steve may be a little bit more on the clumsy side. Well, then again, they both are. I don't know. Also, given with a Minecraft movie coming out in April, it'd be really fun to see Jack Black and Chris Pratt fight again like they did in the Mario movie. They probably shouldn't reference Jack Black. Maybe they will. I don't know. Who cares? It's Death Battle. Death Battle has been kind with not referencing Netflix Iron Fist or the Velma show, so we'll take what we can get if this episode does come out, which is my preferred for both. Finn and Jake versus Mordecai and Rigby, Adventure Time versus regular show, will never not be a fun idea for what it is. Not only are they both cartoons naturally, but they both have a milestone, they have a reputation for being probably some of the best cartoons on Cartoon Network, especially back in their prime I would say when I was a kid, maybe when Gumball was starting to be a thing. But Adventure Time and regular show are also both fun cartoons, and they're getting more material in the future, so if they want to do this fight a little later, if they do it after Gru versus Megamind, I wouldn't be mad, but, I don't know, it would be a really fun fight. Haven't seen a fun duo fight that was actually good since Ratchet and Clank versus Jak and Daxter. Venom versus Chrono was okay, but I would definitely prefer this one over both of them. I did love Tomar's performance as Clank, though. That shit rocks. For number 22, it's Tari from Meta Runner versus Miko Kubota, I think. Miko Kubota from Glitch Techs. Don't know a thing about Glitch Techs. Want to see Tari in Death Battle because, I like SMG4. I think the shows like Meta Runner and Sunset Paradise were fun. And of course, Murder Drones and Digital Circus are also pretty great. And if there's anyone who has any strong opinions on the topic watching this, I like Meggy. She's a fun character. I don't care. But though, Tari versus Miko could be really fun. This is kind of like this. I would imagine this would give the vibe of like Neo from The Matrix versus Kirito from Sword Art Online, but except with an indie developer studio. I don't know, just to have it. This one would be more cartoony than Neo versus Kirito if that were to happen. I don't know if Death Battle would want like other web series types of characters. Well, then again, they are considering SCP characters, so who knows? Maybe we'll even get Dr. Manhattan versus Richard Nixon. This one would still be fun, though. I'd still prefer this. Though Manhattan versus Nixon isn't off the table. Number 21 is Black Hat from Villainous versus Alistair from Hazbin Hotel. This is definitely the best Helloverse matchup that I could find, and I really love both series. I think it would be really fun to see if this fight would get to a level of horror. That's kind of what I want to see in this sort of thing. That and the dialogue, I think that could also be really fun. Would they get Edward Bosco to reprise his role as Alistair? I don't know. They got him to voice Courage the Cowardly Dog, so why not this? Maybe it's another one of those voice actors not doing official stuff. Well, then again, Sigma, Zuko, Silver. There are definitely some exceptions, like Red vs. Blue and Ruby characters, that sort of thing. But this could be fun too. I'd love to see it. Good old number 20 is Goro Majima from Yakuza, I don't care, versus Trevor Phillips from Grand Theft Auto 5. Never played Yakuza, but I really love Trevor as a character. I think they both have a level of maniac to them, and I would imagine the fight would be like Rick versus the Doctor, where if YouTube started getting all fucky, then they'd have to censor most of the dialogue, but I still think this one would be really fun to just see what kind of mayhem they would get into, and also the vulgarity that they would say. And if, in the analysis, it'd be kind of fun to see them reference that pop song I was seeing Goro Majima and those memes sing. I don't know. This one would be really fun with all the, with the disaster that would bring to those characters. Maybe not to a level of Ghost Rider versus Lobo, but to a level of chaos and mayhem where it would be like The Boys, except neither are the hero of the story. They're not even pretending to be heroes. whatever, just go with it. It's a fun idea. Number 19 is Amaterasu from Okami versus Princess Celestia from My Little Pony. This is the last good My Little Pony matchup idea we have. Well, then again, there are a couple of other ideas like Starscream versus Rainbow Dash 2 and Sonic versus Rainbow Dash, but even above all those pony matchups, this one is still by far the best in terms of potential. It'd be kind of fun, like I'm thinking Silver Surfer versus Martian Manhunter type of fight, with how, like, they're both a good representation of, like, raising the sun. I don't know. Something to do with the sun. There's something about that there sun and that there sky. Maybe not nowadays, because I'm recording this in December, but yeah, I still think this would be a really fun cosmic sort of fight. Maybe Princess Celestia wins, maybe Amaterasu wins, I don't care. I mean, then again, if you pin a wolf against a Pegasus, or an Alicorn, sorry, who knows? Number 18 is Hiccup and Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon versus Hero and Baymax from Big Hero 6. Again, another fun duo matchup that I just so happen to like more than Finn and Jake versus Mordecai and Rigby. But yeah, these two, it'd be very interesting to see how funny, like, logically it could go, and I love both movies, I might as well say that too. They have a great thing going for them, but with Baymax being like, my program prevents me from harming a human life, so that makes me think the dragon is free game. That's really all I gotta say about this one, really. I still really love rewatching Big Hero 6 whenever I damn well please. You know when I feel like, I don't know. I like Big Hero 6 more than How to Train Your Dragon, so I do have a bias, but I don't actually know who would win, though. Both characters can go above the clouds, so that's... Who has the speed feat? Definitely Hero and Baymax. As for the rest, I couldn't tell you. Number 17 is Funny Valentine versus Senator Armstrong. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure versus Metal Gear. Metal Gear Rising or Vengeance, to be exact, but yeah, seeing anime versus non-anime fights, or even anime versus video game fights are pretty fun. Especially going back and looking at Joker versus Giorno, or even Guts versus Dimitri, those were fun. But yeah, I really like this one because as much as I hate politics, I really love Senator Armstrong. Nanomachine, son! That's sort of, yeah, he's that guy. Or something like that. I don't know. It's getting dark. I'm gonna have to turn the light on. Number 16 is Froppy, or Suyuasui from My Hero Academia versus Kermit the Frog from The Muppets. Or Sesame Street. Well, he's not Sesame Street anymore, he's a Muppet, but regardless, he's held by the shackles of Disney, so... But yeah, a frog battle is probably the funniest idea. Well, maybe not the funniest idea, but I really would love to see these two interact in some way, like... Wow, an actual talking frog? Yeah, that's me. Ribbit and all that. Hey, do you know where UA High is? Yeah, it's back the way you came. Number 15 is Cocaine Bear versus Meth Gator. I refuse to elaborate further. Number 14 is Sarge from Red vs. Blue versus the Soldier from Team Fortress 2. This will be the last TF2 matchup on my list, I promise. But this is definitely the best one because of the connections. And it would probably be a really fun way, the best way to do a Red vs. Blue episode. Red vs. Blue and Meta vs. Carolina were fun and all, but I really think this would be cool because it would be the first Red vs. Blue character versus a non-Red vs. Blue character, because I noticed that's what the last two have been. And the only two, for that matter. Are there better matchups for both? No. Not to me. Absolutely not. Very fun, explosive military fight. Could even be the